Welcome back. Well, with so many exciting new smartphones and wireless providers to choose from, you know how hard it can be to identify which is the right fit for you and your family and which plans would give you the most flexibility. Lifestyle expert Yvette Rios joins me now to reveal the hidden gotchas in wireless plans, along with which plans could give you the best device upgrades, the most flexible plans, and of course, freedom of switching. Hey, Yvette.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah, so you got to help us decipher this because it's a whole new world out there, Yvette. So let's start with the gotchas.
Yeah, well, it's an intimidating process for sure, but there are some things that I can kind of help you understand, help your viewers understand to make these decisions like a lot easier. So you mentioned gotchas, and there are these kind of pitfalls in the industry that you definitely need to be aware of when you're signing a device contract. So, a while back, 24-month device contracts were kind of the norm, but recently a lot of the providers have switched to 30 or even 36-month device contracts. So that basically means that you're paying for the same phone for 3 whole years. And just to put that in perspective, technology moves very quickly. You mentioned there are really beautiful, super functional, phones out there on the market. An iPhone 5G didn't exist 3 years ago. So you're just gonna, you're going to be locked into a device that likely is gonna be verging on obsolete by signing a 3-year agreement. So that's number one. So make sure you read the fine print when you're signing a contract for your device so that you know exactly what the terms are. The second thing you wanna be aware of is if you want to unlock your phones, the provider should make it fairly easy. If they add lots of pitfalls and obstacles and all kinds of craziness, likely that means that when it comes time to switch providers, they're also going to make that really difficult. So those are kind of the two things you should look out for when you're shopping around for a new plan.
So, Yvette, what should we look for when it comes to the terms in the contract?
For sure. I mean, that's a really good question. So I think, obviously you want to compare the plans. You want to make sure the price is comparable, that the coverage, you really want to go with a provider that has 5G nationally so you can move freely and know that wherever you go, you're going to have the same service that you're used to. So that's very important. But there are other ways and other kind of freebies that providers are offering that can add real value that you should also evaluate when it comes time to shop around for a plan. So for instance, T-Mobile, they are offering, with their most popular plans, they offer free Netflix, free Apple TV, AAA membership is also included, which I use all the time. I've got an old car, so I need my AAA membership. And they also offer free in-flight Wi-Fi on most national airlines. So if you do travel, that's a real savings that you'll have. So across the board, these are the kind of things that are really going to save you money. Not necessarily, you kind of need to look at it holistically. You look at the price of the plan, but also all those freebies so that you can figure out like what savings you're going to have in other areas of your life that might make the plan really valuable.
All right, so say you want to switch wireless providers. Is it easy?
Well, so the general trend now is to really lock you in for up to 36 months, so up to 3 years. So, the trend is to make it difficult for you to switch before 3 years are up. So, and that's what I love about T-Mobile is they've got two a new plan and a new program, Phone Freedom and Go 5G Plus. And basically the two of them together guarantee that you're not going to be in a device contract for longer than 24 months. They guarantee that your pricing is going to be stable when you use auto pay. It's got all those bonuses like all, that I mentioned, the Netflix and the Apple TV Plus. But the other thing that makes it really easy to switch, because you mentioned switching and how that whole process works, is that they will also offer you up to $650 to get out of a contract that you may have with another provider. And then they'll offer you up to $830 towards a new phone. So, it's really challenging to figure out what provider you're going to go with, but you want to make sure that whatever provider you go with makes it as easy as possible to make the switch. And the other thing that I think is really terrific about both of these plans is that these plans are available to not just new customers, like so many of the providers roll out all of the dog and pony show for new customers, but it also is available to existing customers. So I think that's also really important because I've been with T-Mobile for many years, and I feel like I love the fact that I have access to all of the same deals as a new customer does. So I think those things all kind of play a role in deciding how you're going to make the switch and where you're going to go.
Yvette, you've given us some great information. Where can we go for more details?
Thank you so much. Yeah, you can go to tmobile.com. They've got all the info about all the plans there, or you can just pop into one of the stores locally and have someone kind of explain it all to you. But make sure, whatever plan you decide to sign, read the fine print, educate yourself, and don't get trapped in these very long device contract cycles that are happening.
That's right, guys. You've got options. Check it out. Yvette, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you.
And I'll be right back after the break.